Well, folks, thanks for being here. Sure do appreciate it. My name is Noah G. Fowler. I came here all the way from Nashville, Tennessee to share some music with you. This first one's a song I wrote inspired by a stretch of road between Carlisle, Pennsylvania and Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, where all the storefronts are in Spanish, and it's a song I wrote to pay tribute to farmers and to migrant agricultural workers and the people who put food on our tables and don't often get thanked as much as they should. I hitchhiked here from a far-off land, picking fruit with my calloused hands. They call me one apple seed. In Adams County tonight I'll sleep. My compadre's got a pickup truck, got my own two hands on an ounce of love. Last week was West Virginia, where there's still snow. When we're done, we're going to Ohio. And it's been 10 long years since I left my home, beautiful Mother Mexico. I travel with the harvest of seeds in the ground. Oh, one day till they'll lay me down. One day till they'll lay me down. Seed to flower, flower to fruit, feet to goodwill, working boots. Highway to back road, town to town. Oh, fruit to seed back in the ground. And it's been 10 long years since I left my home in beautiful Mother Mexico. I travel with the harvest of seeds in the ground. One day till they'll lay me down. One day till they'll lay me down. Drop off the kids at public school. They go to learn American rules. Far below minimum wage. Oh, I'm far too tired for my age. And it's been 10 long years since I left my home. Beautiful Mother Mexico. I travel with the harvest of seeds in the ground. One day till they'll lay me down. One day till they'll lay me down. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Well, this next one I wrote based on an encounter I had. I was in an Uber riding home from the airport, In a lot of the places I play, I have to say, y'all must not get a lot of Ubers around here because I play in a lot of rural areas. But around here, I think everybody knows what an Uber is and is familiar with the characters that you find driving them. This guy, he saw I had my cowboy boots on and I had my guitar. He's like, "Oh, you're a musician, aren't you?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Back in my salad days, I used to be a musician myself." And I was like, "Oh, what kind of music did you play?" And he was like, "I played weddings." And I was like, "Oh, wow, great." And he's like, "The funny thing was is that I was awful. I couldn't hold a note, I couldn't remember words. I could barely strum a guitar, And I said, "Well, how'd you do it?" And he said, "Well, there was a local pastor who would hire me to intentionally ruin the weddings of people he didn't like." There was a lot of people. And so I held on to that one for a while until I got down with a good friend of mine named Liv Green, who I know y'all here. That's right. Yeah, Liv Green fans. This is a song I wrote with Liv. It's called "In the Little Church with the Biggest Parking Lot." In an East Tennessee town, I was singing before I made my money driving round, and I would hear all the church bells go ringing, and I knew there was fortune to be found. One day my father introduced me to his old friend by the highway church with the biggest parking lot. He said this time of year it always gets so busy. The kids come round to quickly tie the knot, and no one was dancing when I sang Sweet Caroline. But I knew my pretty singing was what got that bride to crying, and I was the best wedding singer that little country town had got. In the little church with the biggest parking lot. And all of the crepe myrtle bushes were blooming, but the bride reused her flowers from the prom. I gave my first stacked guitar a little tuning. How the fathers love to hear that journey song, "Don't Stop Believing." Well, the groom said he was just checking if the back door was unlocked, as the hallway quickly filled with his angry new in-laws. And I was the best wedding singer that little country town had got. In the little church with the biggest parking lot. How the deaf Papa's loved it when I sang Old Rocky Top. The bride's glass sat half empty, but she drank not a drop. And I was the best wedding singer that little country town had got. A little church with the biggest parking lot. Thank you, everybody. Well, this next one isn't about trains, but it makes a mention of a river called the Pontchartrain down in New Orleans, which has the word train in it. So, sorry, Forrest. This one's called Baby's Got a Brand New Heart. Baby's got a brand new heart. Baby's got a brand new heart. The car ain't where it used to park. Oh, baby's got a brand new heart. Well, she said I hurt her so bad. She said I hurt her so bad. Worst heartbreak the girl's ever had. Oh, she said I hurt her so bad. Baby's got a brand new heart. Baby's got a brand new heart. Car ain't where it used to park. Oh, baby's got a brand new heart. She's running down the Tipperdoe. She's running down the Tipperdoe. For the Pontchartrain's gonna overflow. She's running down the Tipperdoe. She's hitting every liquor store. She's hitting every liquor store. Her she's been drinking now more and more. Hitting every liquor store. Baby's got a brand new heart. Baby's got a brand new heart. Car ain't where it used to park. Oh, baby's got a brand new heart. And I heard she got a new friend. I heard she's got a new friend. I heard she ain't coming around here again. I heard she's got a new friend. Baby's got a brand new heart. Baby's got a brand new heart. Car ain't where it used to park. Oh, baby's got a brand new heart. Swore it ain't gonna be torn apart. Baby's got a brand new heart. Says it's gonna be a work of art. Oh, baby's got a brand new. Well, I wrote this next one with one of my favorite songwriters of all time, and it was an honor to sit down and write with her. Her name is Brennan Lee. She recently made her debut over at the Grand Ole Opry, and she's one of the most talented people I've ever gotten to know. And so I'm real proud of this one. It's a sad country song, which is her specialty. It's a song about loving someone who's being abused. It's called Holding On. I'd never give a reason to doubt or make her feel unwelcome at my door. And I know there's someone out there somewhere who would take my heart to keep. but I'm holding on to someone who's holding on to someone who will never ever let her be free. I'd never take any part of her for granted, and if I did, I'd be the first to apologize. And if she told me she was happy, I'd let go happily. Still I'm holding on to someone who's holding on to someone who will never ever let her be free. He's told a diamond that she's broken glass, the purest gold, that she's only brass. And every time that he hurts her, he's also hurting me. I'm holding on to someone who's holding on to someone who will never ever let her be free. Thank you. Well, let me introduce this pit orchestra here real quick. That's Hazel Royer, and that's Jack Holland. That's right. I'm calling them a pit orchestra because normally you got one on either side, but they're all in the pit looking, at the orchestrated, well written out and arranged sheet music that I wrote myself by hand in Bavaria. And what's that town where all the composers were from? Is that Munich or wherever? Y'all know what I'm talking about. I went to Vienna. I wrote a symposium, and it somehow sounded like honky tonk music. And anyway, here we are. And I'm real happy that both of these fine musicians are playing with me tonight. This is one I wrote. It's about warehouse work and about how we're currently putting a lot of people under a lot of stress, and some of them are unfortunately getting killed so we can get our products at a convenient rate of time. It's called Bear Me in Boxes When I Die. Sorry I can't stay a while, have to get home soon. I'll pay you back when I can, my word is good, but the rent is due. I'm working so damn hard, got cracks in my arms, I don't feel the pain anymore. I spend my time on the sorting line of the warehouse floor, and if I croak during my shift, productivity will take a hit. Just push my body away, clean it up if you get a break. Oh, if I die working the store, I'm pushed aside. Just bury me in boxes when I die. We get boxes and people from all over the place, but we send a lot of them back. Oh, to landfill it will go if it's got a crack. Get your money back. This box I hold smells of marijuana. I wish to God that I was stoned. And if I die in a warehouse, at least I won't die alone. And if I kick during my shift, productivity will take a hit. Just push my body away, clean it up at the end of the day. Oh, if I die working so that mine push me aside, then just bury me in boxes when I die. Oh, if I so much as sprain my wrist, all the shareholders will take a hit. Then a crooked doctor will ease my pain. Fentanyl, take me away. Oh, if I die working so mine push me aside, you're on the clock. Don't you dare waste time. So just bury me in boxes when I die. Thank you. I got just one more song. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, I really do appreciate it. If y'all like what you listened to so far, I've got some merchandise for sale up front. I've got some T-shirts and some hats that I screen printed myself in my kitchen down in Nashville. And every little bit counts. We all do this for a living up here, so your contributions go towards things like a roof over our head and food on our tables, and other things like cigarettes for the kids and whatnot, you know. So anyway, this next one, you can find it on Spotify and all the streaming services and all that stuff. My name, once again, is Noah G. Fowler. The G stands for Grateful to Club Passim for having me. This is my Club Passim debut, everybody. I've been wanting to play here now for years, and I finally made it happen. And I'm so honored that I got to do it with so many of my good friends from Boston. Up next is Cecilia. Y'all really need to stick around and hear them. They're one of the best bluegrass bands doing it today, and they're blowing up quick. So make sure you catch them while you can before the tickets cost $20,000, and they're cutting Taylor Swift out of Gillette Stadium. So, all right, this last one's called "If I Can't Have Your Love, I'll Be Sleeping in the Rain." My name is Noah G. Fowler. One more time, thank you everybody for coming out. If I can't have your love, I'll be sleeping in the rain, sleeping in the rain, with my head hanging low. If I can't have your love, I'll be sleeping in the rain, but the poor heart's got nowhere left to go. I wish that I was driving on the highway, I-95 southern bound, with you sleeping to my right and the music playing low, so low you can't hear the thunderclouds. If I can't have your love, I'll be sleeping in the rain, sleeping in the rain, with my head hanging low. If I can't have your love, I'll be sleeping in the rain, poor heart's got nowhere left to go. wish I was a dollar in your hand. Trade me now for anything you need. Then you spend all waking day doing everything you can to try to go and earn me back again. If I could have love out sleeping in the rain, sleeping in the rain with my head hanging low. I can't have your love out sleeping in the rain, 'cause my poor heart's got nowhere left to go. Poor heart's got nowhere left to go. Thank you so much, everybody. Up next is Cecilia. My name is Noah G. Fowler.
All right, folks, you know the drill by now. There's going to be a quick 5-minute break, and we're going to have our last band. If you're an artist on stage, take off everything belonging to you. You can leave the amp. Hazel and Jack, you can stay.